up YouTube? Theme Park Bazaar and good happy morning. It's a Sunday morning. It's our last day in New York, and last day we'll have this view out of the windows. Dirty windows, but last day we get the view. We're checking out late here, aren't we? It's about 10 o'clock now. It's another good thing about the Hilton. We said that in the last vlog about how good it was. The checkout is 12. Yeah. So that's pretty good. And we're going to drop the bags. Didn't sleep well last night. It's like, you can tell by the bags under the eyes. You know, when you're like, you can sleep in late and you wake up at 6 o'clock and then you get annoyed because you can sleep in late. Yeah, and you're annoyed at yourself trying to force yourself to go back to sleep. Well, no, I've been up since like 6 and we didn't have to check out till 12. So we're going to leave the bags with the concierge, give them $1 per bag is normal when you pick them up. So you drop them off, you get a ticket, and then you hand it back in, and we'll pick those up probably around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to go get some breakfast, find a local coffee shop here on Broadway, and grab a coffee, and then we're going to get the metro down to the 9/11 memorial, and we'll talk a little bit about that down there, the history of that and what it is, and we'll have a look around. We'll get a snack down there, metro back up, and then we'll bring you with us to LaGuardia Airport, where we're going to go and fly back down to Orlando, Florida this evening. Be a long day. I don't think we'll be back until midnight. No. And I've got work in the morning at 8 a.m.
Fun time.
Joy. So we're all packed up. We're gonna head down and go see if we can find out a good coffee place somewhere locally, aren't we? One more last tip: check all the drawers, check all the electrical cables. We did use the noise box, and we did use the hot water heater that I had in the Vegas vlog. I put a link to that so you can go back. Very useful, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So we like that little hot water thing, and we've got the tea bags and everything in there. Cables are away. No, we didn't put anything in the drawers. We got both our suitcases and backpacks. Let's go get to the concierge. Quite a nice view of the city up here as well, isn't there, out the window? Don't think we've shown anybody this before. Taken a few pictures of it, but you can see where we're going down there. One World Trade Center down there at the bottom. That's where we're going to be heading to. I don't know if we showed people in here before when we checked in, did we? Yeah, you got like, this is the reception area, and there's a bar over there. This is like on the 25th floor, and then you have to get a second elevator that goes up to down from the ground. It's kind of a haven up here, 'cause you're away from all the noise, aren't you? Yeah. And the craziness, 'cause you're kind of separated. So top tip is also take a photograph of your card that they give you at the concierge, so if you lose it, you can get your bags back. So we're going to go and look for a coffee house down here on one of these streets. Whew. Bit colder today. It's 10 degrees cooler today than yesterday, so yeah, we got our big coats on today. Put this safe and then see if we can find a coffee shop. Woo! Woo! So I've got me a blueberry muffin, and Max got some fruit and a croissant and the smallest coffee cup I've ever seen. Yeah, I got a medium. We'll go for that. Where are we at? Bluestone Lane Coffee, just next to the hotel. It's freezing out there.
Now I haven't been sure with this. It's supposed to be a bliss, being alone, being free in every way. Didn't know what I like the feel of it, putting out what you had lit.
So I've had us coffee, and we're on the subway heading down to downtown, aren't we? Again. Downtown again.
All wrapped up in everything, but now that I'm out, I got wind under my wings. So tell me that you need me, I wouldn't bother. If you're with another man, I don't even care. Tell me that you saw me, my cold shoulder. It's yours since we're older. See, you got what you asked. I got wind, I got wind under my wings. I got wind.
Pretty impressive. We've been in here once before. I can't remember where we stood. So here we are inside the World Trade Center, as well in the shopping part of the World Trade Center. So a bit of the history. If you heard of 9/11, I'm sure many of you have. That's think about the way the Americans do dates. Mm-hmm. They always do month, day, year, don't they? So 9/11 refers to September the 11th, and in 2001, 4 terrorists hijacked 4 planes in Washington, New York, and Boston airports, and flew them as weapons, didn't they? Changed the world that day. Basically, one of the planes, I think, hit the Pentagon. One was down by the passengers. It was heading to the White House. They say that was in Pennsylvania, and 2 came here into New York and flew into what was the World Trade Center, 2 big towers. And basically they smashed in, set them on fire. Within a few hours, both had collapsed. I think about 3,000 people died that day. Majority were here in New York. 2,700 or so died in the World Trade Center, and that included about 300 or 400 police, firemen, who came in to rescue people and get them out. So what we'll show you here when we're here, they actually have the foundation of the 2 original buildings that were left, weren't they? Made as fountains now.
I think
footprint,
so,
yeah, the footprint of that.
Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers, you may have heard them called as well. And that was replaced by what they called the Freedom Tower, but now has been called One Trade Center. It's the biggest building in North America. It's the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
What is it, 1,800 feet, something like that? 540 meters tall. And there is an observation deck at the top. We're not going to that today, but we do have tickets through our Citypass to go to the 9/11 museum. Last time we came, I think we looked at the foundations, but we didn't go in the museum.
Yeah, they were just building them.
Yeah, so we went into the museum, and we will go in there. There's areas we can film, there's areas we can't film. Some of the areas that have personal property of people who died that day. They don't want you to film in there, but so I've heard. But we'll go and have a look. And so a little bit of history, and that changed the whole world. You may not remember or may not know, but back in the day, you could actually go to the gate, couldn't you, in America? You went through a metal detector, and if you wanted to meet somebody or wave somebody off at the plane, you could actually go through the gate and then go to the gate and see them. Then when 9/11 happened, all the high security came in. I remember I flew about a week after 9/11, and I remember then you had to, I don't know if you remember that, you had like clear plastic bags, that's all they let you take on a plane.
Yes.
You didn't take a backpack or anything, you had to have a clear plastic bag and carry it on with you. They started putting in all this new security. That's why most of the, 20 years later now, most of the airports are good, but some of them when they first started had like weird security setups, like because they were putting them up everywhere. Also, the US government started the Homeland Security, and you may know TSA works for Homeland Security. That whole security thing came in. And then a few years later, somebody tried to take a bomb on a plane in the shoes. So yeah, that's why they started taking your shoes off. But that's what when 2023, that's all starting to change now for technology, for security, because they are going to be able to have machines now that mean you can walk through without having to take anything off. I think in Heathrow it opens next year.
Is it next year?
Yeah, next year they're going to have these like MRI scanners, so you don't take anything out your bags, your liquids. All the liquids and stuff all came from 9/11. And that's why some funky airports never had anywhere to eat before security, because there was no security and all the shops were open to everybody. So we're going to go and have a look. This is the shopping plaza here underneath. We got off the metro at, or should I say the subway at One World Trade, and we're now going to go and find our way. We have a 1 o'clock, it's now 12, we have a 1 o'clock reservation. So we're going to walk around a little bit and find our way, maybe go out and have a look at the foundations and find our way to the museum. So here we got some directions. We're in the Oculus at the moment here, the shopping area. This is the footprint of the 2 towers that we mentioned, and this is the Memorial Museum that's around there. These are 2 other World Trade buildings, Trade Center buildings that are there. And then this is the One World Trade, the tower that we talked about, that comes all the way up. So we're going to cut through here, go and have a look around the foundations of the 2 north and south buildings, and then go to the museum. And there's a QR code if you want to get the information yourself. So we've got our hats on, haven't we?
We have.
Keeping warm. There is the One World Trade Center building, the tall building. I think last time we came we were in there and we took some photos because we were overlooking here. This is the first of the foundations of the 2 World Trade Center buildings, so we're going to have a look at those first. And the names of all the people who died, all the around 3,000 people who died, are on a placard somewhere around here. On the front of the oh, they are, aren't they? On these plaques here, including the fire people, the people on the planes, everybody here. And this is the foundation of the first building. You can tell it's out of season because this place usually is 2 or 3 deep, isn't it, Max? You can tell it's out of season because you can't actually get to the edge here normally. Yeah, you see those glass windows in the building? That's where we stood last time, looking over here. No, don't think so. Oh, maybe we were, maybe we went up in the... And these were very tall. The original World Trade towers were very tall buildings, weren't they, to start with?
Yeah.
World Trade Center, I should say. This building here, actually, I think is a museum that they built. Oh, yeah, they were building it last time we came. Oh, it was closed for refurbishment or something. And then we'll go over here to look at the other base of the other tower. You warm enough?
Oh, it's coming up too.
Yeah, it feels like about, we mentioned earlier, it's about -1 with the wind chill. Centigrade, what's that in Fahrenheit? 20 Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
So this is the other building, base of the second building. Yeah, that's got to be the museum. Because here's where you line up to go in. We might try and get in early, see if we can get in before our 1 o'clock time, because it doesn't look that busy. Yeah, there's a few waiting. Let's go over here in the sunshine. So there's the second foundation of the second tower. One World Trade. We can get in there, we're not in that building.
No,
sure you can. So that's where we were. These are the two pools, now the North and South Tower. See where we are. And then we're going to go to the museum, which is that fancy building over there. But Max just wants to go around the front of One World Trade because there's a very large globe there that she wants to have a look at. If you want to go in the observatory, that's the entrance to go in the observatory. It's about $44, I think I mentioned, to go up there. If you want to go up to near the top of the building. Yeah, you let us in a bit early. Good. They were waiting for tickets. We get the other line here to go in, hopefully, and get in quickly. So we got through security, airport type security, and now we're going to head downstairs to the museum. And there's a couple of the original girders. I'll walk downstairs, have a look at those. Or you can do it down the escalator if you need to, Max. Read it from the bottom. Two from the North Tower. You see them, I think, on the picture there, still standing. I think the tour is going to take you on like a timeline of, it starts at 8:30 in the morning when it was a beautiful sunny skies and everything was peace and calm. I think it's going to walk you through the timeline of what happened with those aircraft. So one hit the first World Trade Center at 8:46 and the next one at 9:03. One came from Boston and the other one I think came from... yeah, which other one came from? One from Boston, that's the one that went to the Pentagon, that's the one that ended up in Philadelphia, and these are the two. And again, some of the images of all the people that was as it was happening live. You always remember where you were that day. We always remember where we were watching it. Everybody's watching it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Nobody could believe it. So we'll go down there and have a look. It looks like the foundations of the original building.
Yeah.
And one of the towers that was decorated with them in memory of all the firefighters. And that's what it looked like. You may recognise the pictures. Iconic view of the World Trade Center before. So these are the supports for the tower. I think this is a replica of the tower size above us. And this is the all the supports that were there holding it up at the time. That's where the plane hit, and that's the whole tour in there. And this is what the metalwork looked like after it hit and went through. And this is a piece of that original metalwork that you can see here. There was actually just below where you see the wings of the plane where it actually went in. So that was the South Tower. Now we're going to the North Tower. This is again the footprint of it. So we're this far down, and again there'll be some examples of some of the horrific impact, destruction of the building, as well as sort of a dedication to the people as well. We'll have a look over this way and see. But this is actually the footprint of the building, just like the other one, with the foundations underneath. We're way down, aren't we?
Yeah.
See, there's a fire truck over there, and we can get close and see what it is. What was it?
This thing on top of the trade centre.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's part of the pylon, part of the
112.
radio and television transmitter. It's the motor from the express elevator. All the windings that have melted with the heat. And of course here is one of the fire engines that was crushed. With the force. So that's the last standing column.
Yeah.
They took down.
They took it down. And then they gave it a guard of honour until this place was built, and then they put it back in here.
All right. Pretty sobering, isn't it?
Yep, very humbling.
Yeah, everybody should come and do this. Brings back lots of memories.
Yep.
So overall, what do you think of the tour then, Max?
That's very good.
Yeah, it's a good couple of hours, isn't it?
Yep.
To be here. Sorry about the lighting here, but we're downstairs. Very sobering.
Very humbling.
Yes, yes. Can get a bit crowded in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of work your way around, but it gives you that second bit where you don't film. Sort of gives you the timeline from the morning before, and through all the towers collapsing and the Pentagon being hit and the plane being taken down, and the stories of all the people all the way through. They're either videoing it, recording it, or actually living it. And yeah, very, very sobering. So we're just having a cup of tea, aren't we? And coffee. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. On the upper mezzanine, you see there's a cafe in that corner. There's like lots of seating area. So if when you come out of the museum, you go up the stairs, or there's an elevator just over there, and they have a little cafe area, which we're just sort of gathering our thoughts together. And it's not de-stressing. I don't know what the word is from you.
I don't know.
From coming through that sort of I don't know what the word is.
What's the word?
Yeah.
You know the word.
Yeah, let us know.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah. Kind of sort of taking a deep breath after coming out from that. So we're going to finish this cup of tea off. We're going to catch the train back uptown, because we're downtown at the moment. And then we will head back to the hotel, maybe do a little bit of looking around and grab the cases, head out to the airport. So we're back in the hotel, aren't we, Max?
Yeah.
Just back in the hotel lobby. We got the metro back, busy as usual. We have the option now of going to the station via the metro, but I think you've got to get a metro and then get a bus.
Right.
Not keen on that metro with the suitcases because it's jam packed. So we're going to get an Uber. Just so you know, if you're getting an Uber from LaGuardia into the city, then it's about $60 one way, plus tip on there. So we're just waiting for the price. It's about 66 at the moment. We're waiting for it to drop down because we're in no rush to get there. Once it gets below 60, we will snag an Uber. It's about 40 minutes drive from here to LaGuardia, which is the closest airport to the city. If you're going to go from Newark, you're really better getting a shuttle. I think Nick and Lee got an Uber in, or a taxi in, and it was quite expensive, wasn't it? I can't remember how much it was.
I can't remember.
But it was more than the $60, I think, maybe $70, $80 to get a taxi in. Uber drivers tend to drive a little more...
Aggressively?
No, Ubers are less aggressive.
Oh,
Because they pretend to look after the cars. It's the taxis who are very aggressive. So yeah, we're going to do that, and then join us. We'll get to the airport, get through security, and then Maxine has something that she needs to buy when we get through security, don't you?
What could it be?
What could it be?
If I could hear my father's voice, he
would tell me to move on. He would say I'll be just fine. Yeah, he would tell me we have time, time to laugh and time to heal.
So we made it, didn't we?
Yeah, we got here.
You like driving through the city, don't you?
I hate it. It drives me insane.
I've got to mention the reason we got an Uber is, unlike Nick and Lee coming from JFK, it's a fixed fee on the taxis. If you get it from LaGuardia, it's on the meter. So if you get stuck in traffic, that's going to be a very expensive trip. Now, if you go with Uber, as you know, it's a fixed fee, depending what you pay. We waited till it got to $60. We clicked on it, and then obviously there'll be a tip to go on top of that as well. We're going to go check in, get through security, and then go and buy Maxine's gift that she wants to get.
Yes, let's go.
Nice big terminal, isn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I've always given New York a hard time for the airports because they've always been crap. This is a brand new terminal. It's pretty good, isn't it? So we're going to go show buy your thing now. But look, Max, look. What could Terminal C at Orlando do with these? Even on a short bit like this, new terminal, but they've actually designed it with walkways in. It actually feels a bit like Terminal C, doesn't it, in the design? Bright and glass and airy. And you can see all the plane spots, spotting all the planes as well. Might get something to eat as well. I'm quite hungry. I've only had that muffin you saw this morning, and we shared a bag of crisps, so we might get something to eat. Where are you getting, Max? One of these, aren't you? Should know Max and a Starbucks cups.
I've been to New York. I'm not sure I've got one actually.
You know, thinking she saw it on the way out, but decided to get it on the way back because she's smart. Because that means that she didn't have to carry it around with her for 4 days. The place is a bit different, isn't it? You just kind of grab a seat, and I think you put your QR code in and you order from here. And then you pay on your phone as well. And they have a grab and go area. Yeah, quite. Never seen anything like this before. They're posh.
They're posh.
We should just be able to. It'd be great if your camera would actually pick up the code, but that's what I'll do. Or go to flow.io, flo.io/22AD. I guess that's, and you're 22, you're A422. We seem to have a visitor, Max.
A little birdie.
Yeah.
Keeps flying around.
Was he? Don't know, I got in here. We didn't eat up anything in that restaurant, did we? Because they didn't have the fish on that you were looking for, so we just got a sandwich, which was very good. You said it's some of the best food you've had.
Best food, but it was very, very expensive.
Very expensive. What was it? Cebu?
Cebu.
Cebu, yeah. So we are now, flight's on time. Inbound is in. We're going to get on the plane and head back to the wharf of, if we're going to say Virginia, of Orlando.
Knowing soon we'll be back home. Ooh, I'm thinking about you. Ooh, I'm wishing that you knew.
So we made it. I don't know how much of that I caught when I was filming on the way back, so I found out the battery on the stick thing had gone, so we'll see when I do the editing. Hopefully, I did actually film getting onto the plane and a bit on the plane and getting off the plane and on the tram. And if you didn't say any of that, then the battery didn't work. I didn't realise through getting the Uber that had gone. It was giving me a little trick of the journey on the way back. We just got home. It is 5 to midnight. So we've had a long day, haven't we?
We have.
Long day today, but we enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching our vlog for our 4 days in New York and hanging out with the lodge guys, which we really enjoyed. And stay tuned, because you will see them, as you saw in yesterday's vlog when we were talking about it. You will see them in a few weeks when they come down here to get all the stuff back off us. So we're back home. I am back at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we have a number of things happening here at the house this week around trying to get the painters in and get the painting done and get this kitchen finished off. So stay tuned. The next vlog will probably be a home vlog, I would think.
I would think so.
You a happy bunny?
I am.
Are you tired, bunny?
Very tired.
Yes, we're going to go and unpack a little bit. Maybe have a cuppa, go to bed. Yeah. Good, babe. So again, thank you very much for watching. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Put your comments below. We will try and respond to all your comments, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Night, everybody. Well, it's actually nearly good morning, everybody, isn't it? Night, then. Catch you all next time. Bye.
Bye.